people are ignoring the law of evidence. Okay, there are a lot of things that aren't known in medicine. Okay, and they're still making false diagnoses, false treatments, false therapy. Medicine is not a good field to go into if you want to know the truth. But what would be a good field to go into is research in biochemistry and quantum physics. Any other science other than medicine. There are some things in medicine that are potential, but going into medicine is going to be a lot of work. You're going to do some extreme thinking. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. Just look. Those books are amazing books, and they're quantum physics. They are extreme quantum medicine, and it's a lot of knowledge. But guess what? It's so much knowledge and not enough knowledge at the same time. There's so much missing information in those books. You would be doing a lot of physical measurements if you wanted to know the truth about a diagnosis, a prognosis. An accurate medical diagnosis requires like a whole lot of chemistry. I mean, trillions of different combinations of reactions that happen in an organism. You really got to work hard to figure that out because no one knows it. There's no information that you're going to find on any one disease, illness, condition. There's very limited amounts of information on genetics. You can't find all of the genetic sequencing for any one condition or a person or anything. That information is probably still being learned. We don't know the proteomics of biology really well. We don't have all the information that we need. It's not being released to us. They're not showing you the chemistry, and that's the core of everything in medicine. And the whole body is either genetic or subgenetic. And then there's either good and or bad reactions in the body. And that's chemical and biological at the same time. So like, one condition could be caused by an allergy that somebody might diagnose you as having a genetic disorder. Or it might be a genetic disorder that's sensitive to an allergy, where everyone else thinks you might have the AIDS virus because of a sore on your body. They think you have the AIDS virus or malaria or who knows, or herpes, or you never know what they think about that sore, because all sores are sores, but if you don't know how to identify the condition, then a sore is just a sore. But sores are specific, and they pertain to different kinds of illnesses, and they don't know enough information about these conditions to prove what they are and how to treat them. So there's a lot of things they don't know how to treat, and they slapped a bunch of basic chemistry on top of a lot of different people's conditions, and sometimes it's successful and it never really provides a cure. So if it does come down to genetics essentially, or something that's genetic that is related to an allergy, then there's different ways to treat that obviously, but you got to say how well can we make the condition go away. I'm diagnosed with HS, and I have a spinal condition as well that's really bad off, and I have crooked teeth, and HS causes my skin condition, and it causes other illnesses, I do believe. But like, basically, it's debilitating because it messes up your life, makes you feel bad, and it causes different problems. But we're not clear on how it actually works, and if it is actually genetic. We're not absolutely certain. HS is probably caused by an allergy and or just natural decay, or natural aggravated state of the immune system. HS is an autoimmune disorder. It's not AIDS. It's not even contagious, but it's a nasty disease. Just we don't know exactly what it is. And what I've learned is that it's an allergy. That my body is allergic to certain things that cause me to have allergic reactions. And there is a treatment for it, and I have that knowledge right now, and I've learned it on my own from also studying medicine as well. But it is an allergic reaction. Like I said before, all chemical reactions in the body that build up who you are either good and or bad reactions that can happen either good and bad at the same time, can be all good or all bad. So like different things, each molecule and compound in the body that you put in your body has a different effect, whether it's good and or bad. So that's just one part of it. In your cells, if they're doing something that isn't exactly right, then there's chemistry there that's probably genetic. And my cells aren't doing, I'm mostly a normal thinking man. I have an IQ between 114 and 120, and I presume that it's probably about 120. And I know quantum physics, chemistry, biology. I can program a computer. I do a lot of things. But the problem is that there's no science to show all this information and list it out in books. They don't have all this information published. I've been researching medicine for 10 years, and I can't seem to find information on genetic conditions and all the biochemistry behind our biological processes. It's not there. And I've discovered that they cannot measure brain chemistry whatsoever. It's not possible until you die. After you die, they might be able to discover what was up with you. But the problem with that is you might develop a condition that they lie about after you die, and they'll proclaim that you had a disease. There's a problem with that. No, I don't like that. After you die, they claim that you have a mental disorder or something like that because they can't measure your brain while you're alive. That's not cool. They'll try to do anything your entire life to try to poison you, because we know most of you people are dishonest and you don't care. Because I'm being a victim right now of fraud, medical fraud. They're forcing medication on me, and they're claiming I have an illness that they don't know anything about, which is supposed to be schizophrenia. And I don't have schizophrenia. That's not my problem. My problem is HS and a spinal condition that I proclaimed 20 years ago that I've been suffering since I was 17, and I'm currently 40 years old. And they lied. They lied a lot. There's a lot of lies in medicine because people aren't doing the research that is required. And actually nowadays a lot of medicine relies on computer simulations and any lab chemistry that can be derived, or lab biology that can be derived. There's a lot to it, but a lot of it nowadays, the peak, the topological, is computer simulation, and they use algorithms to generate chemical structures. So that's what that is. There's a lot to all of this. There's so much wrong with medicine, just trust me. If you go into this field, don't expect to be accurate until you have all of the clear evidence. And that's the problem. There's missing evidence, tons of missing evidence in medicine. Thanks. Peace.